Let me start by saying I love Dark Souls. I'm on New Game +3 on my Strength build, and New Game +2 on my Mage build on Dark Souls 3. And beaten all the titles, including Demon Souls, Dark Souls 2, of course Dark Souls 3. The only title I have yet to beat is Bloodborne, which I will be buying really soon, and beating that title also. With almost 87 hours on my Strength build, and nearly 50 hours on my Mage build, I'm pretty confident I know what I'm talking about when it comes to this game. With all its good things about the game, I'm not saying it's a horrible game or a bad game. Just, it has a lot of shortcomings. And now that the honeymoon phase is over, and the nostalgia glasses are off, I would like to critique this game. Now, I know a lot of people want an easy mode for Dark Souls 3. You know what? In my opinion, I think it's already in the game. Now, before sending me, the rage comments or the hate comments, please hear me out. The game is just way too linear. Now, don't get me wrong, I had some hard times in the game, mainly with the Bitchwatchers fight and the Dancers fight. But overall, the game seemed a lot easier, and here's why. It forces you into the first area. Look at the past Souls games. Dark Souls 1 and 2 let you pretty much go anywhere you wanted. After the tutorial area, you could go to, in Dark Souls, you could go to, the cemetery, or you could go somewhere else. Because if you went to the cemetery, it was way too hard. Dark Souls 2, you could go to Tower of Flame, try to figure out the way down to the well. Hell, even Demon Souls let you go to 2-1, 3-1. Yes, you had to progress through 1-2, 1-1, 1-2, 1-3, etc. But it let you at least go to 2-1, 3-1. Now I can't say how linear Bloodborne is, because as I said before, I haven't played it, so I don't know. But does this make the game easier? Maybe. I'm starting to really think so too. Also, there are way too many bonfires in this game. And the one that really gets me is right after the dragon armor fight and before you go into the archives, where you can see the bonfire literally from the bonfire. Just what the fuck? Do we really need a bonfire at every boss? Some bosses, yeah, I kinda do agree we do need a bonfire, but not every single one. Even the one at the Bitchwatchers wasn't really needed. The run back isn't all that hard. A lot of times, I really never felt like I was afraid to lose my souls. And that also leads to almost never getting lost. I can only think of 2 times where I really got lost. Once in the beginning, because I was looking for the next area. I didn't know I had to sit down at the bonfire to go to the next area. And the lake underneath the bridge where the croc demon dog thing would chase you. But that was short-lived because I went out there and killed it and found the tunnel to Inner Londo. The only exception to this rule is Archdragon Peak, which you really had to look up to find it. And if you didn't, well, damn. Good job. I even heard a lot of people didn't even get lost. They pretty much found everything in the game. Except, of course, Archdragon Peak, which is extremely well hidden. Although I don't know how much true that is or not. And another reason why I think it's easy mode is still on is New Game Plus is simply a joke. The balance difficulty is laughable at best. And it's just really disappointing overall. As I said before, I'm in New Game +3, and now I'm having a hard time with the lesser enemies. But the bosses still don't seem that they have any more health. Yes, they hit harder. Some smaller enemies at least do, and some more difficult enemies hit really hard. But it doesn't seem they have any extra health at all, and if they do, it's extremely low, or it's really hard to notice it. And there's one particular boss, as we're speaking of bosses, that was really disappointing in this game. Pretty sure you guessed it by now. It was Yorm. They hyped this guy way too much in the cinematic. I was like, oh shit, I get to fight a flaming giant. Was really disappointed by the gimmick of the boss fight. Of course, after I found out how I was supposed to kill him.
And how the fuck were you supposed to guess that you grab the item near his throne, charge its weapon skill, then keep charging it, and then do a charging heavy attack? How the fuck was I supposed to guess that?
I did really like the throwback to Demon Souls with the Storm Ruler, but man, does it just obliterate this guy. You know, about 4 or 6 hits, and you can really stun lock him to death sometimes. It doesn't even make it a challenge then. Even dodging him is very easy to do. And overall, it was just a massive disappointment. Also, I think the class night is just way too easy. If you chose this class in the game, it was way easier than other classes. Strength builds dominate pretty much in PvE and PvP aspects of the game. It just kills diversity among the PvP fights and also in the game. Yeah, I know they finally fixed magic, and I actually am liking magic quite a bit now. I think they really did a nice job on it, but I think it still needs some tweaking here and there. I think they still need to scale intelligence and faith just a little bit better. Just make it a little bit more viable. And one of the big controversies of the game was poise didn't seem to do anything. Now there's a lot more evidence of videos showing that there is poise. It's extremely situation, and any kind of lag in the game pretty much negates the point of it, really. And it's overall, I think they really mishandled Poise's issue, and I wish they addressed it way better. Overall, that was really disappointing. I'd like to also talking about PvP earlier. I think PvP is kind of out of control, and it's almost impossible to evade. Invasions is just really, iffy. You never know where you're going evading to, You don't know if you're going into a 1-on-1, a 3-on-1, etc. And they cut your healing in half, and even sometimes you can't even use your enemies, because sometimes they have the seeds of the giant tree. So you can't even have your enemies on your side. And the list goes on and on. Hopefully they do find a perfect balance for PvP. Not completely for the invader, but just a little bit better. I kind of get both sides of the arguments of how the invaders shouldn't have a real easy time, but it's extremely difficult to get Covenant items in the game right now through PvP, and I wish they did just a little bit more balancing on that. With the more and more I play the game, the more and more I really think they messed up on this installment of the game. I'm just really disappointed with the direction of Dark Souls 3 has taken, with the DLC just right around the corner, about I think a month away now. I just really hope it rekindles my passion for this game, because I really love the Dark Souls series, Dark Souls series overall. And with this new DLC that looks pretty damn good, I just hope it can just bring breath into, I think, is a good game, but has some quite disappointing things in it. Thank you for listening. Rate, comment, and subscribe.